I'm Peter Brown, and you're watching Football Miami TV's Local News. In the news this week, a Miami soccer team is connected with a new soccer league yet again. Have you ever heard of NISA? National Independent Soccer Association has been in the works for 2 years now. NISA is a USSF provisionally sanctioned Division III league, hard to say, with no franchise fees and no territory rights. Originally, the concept was to grow the league to 24 teams quickly and then institute a promotion relegation. Pro-Rel is still an idea the league wants to work towards, but first the league needs to kick off. It's been a bumpy start with several management changes that all seems to have settled down, and NISA plans to kick off September 7th for a short fall season. After a winter break, a longer season will take place. Sounds a little like the NASL. Both fall and spring will crown a champion. Both champs will likely play each other, but that decision has not been made. The league will have 10 teams in 2020 with operating budgets between $1.25 million and $2.5 million. NISA clubs will be located in Providence, Connecticut, Philadelphia, Charlotte, Atlanta, Baton Rouge, San Diego, Los Angeles, Orange County, and Miami. California United Strikers and Miami FC represent Orange County and Miami markets, and both were or are part of the NPSL Founders Cup. California United has left the NPSL Founders Cup some time ago, but as far as we know, Miami FC is still part of the tournament. No official statement has come from Miami FC on the status with either league. NISA is expecting to launch the fall season with 8 out of the 10 teams, with the other 2 joining in the spring. Again, this sounds a little too familiar, a little NASL if you might. This leads us to believe that Miami FC will compete in the Founders Cup in the fall and then join NISA in the spring. What does this mean for NPSL Pro? The Founders Cup is supposed to be the launching pad for 2020's NPSL Pro. It seems unlikely that Miami FC would compete in both NPSL and NISA. It's possible, as they are an independent club, but unlikely. Miami FC are showing their commitment to play soccer in Miami, but you never know what league they're going to be playing in from year to year. That's my problem. I'd like for them to put down some roots and help build one league. Just stick to it. Most leagues would love to have an owner like Ricardo Silva, not MLS, who has the resources to help grow any league his team participates in. NISA has several similarities to the defunct NASL, from format to prospective team owners to management struggles, but let's hope, for the fans' sake, they have a better long-term result. Speaking of Miami FC, they traveled to Naples this past Saturday to face conference leaders Naples United. Miami came away with a 2-1 victory with both Miami goals by Miguel Gonzalez. Miami FC now finds themselves on top of the Sunshine Conference. We now move a little north to Lauderhill, where Broward County have said no to Inter Miami. Inter Miami has been using Central Broward Regional Park for their academy and put in a bid to the county to continue making this park its home while their stadium projects are under construction. Inter Miami offered to play 20 USL games a year in its first 2 years of the contract, and then 8 USL games and 4 MLS preseason games in the future. This would make sure that the Lockhart pitch does not get overused, with MLS and USL teams sharing the space for the first 2 years. Broward County, however, said no to the proposal, and I don't blame them. There's a better option on the table, and as much of an Inter Miami homer that I am, there is a better option with a chance to improve the park for the long term. The county decided to reach an agreement with PSG Academy Florida, who is affiliated with FC Miami City. PSG Academy Florida is also known as U.S. Champion Soccer Academy. Will pay the county a little over $1 million over the initial 5-year contract, plus a portion of the concession revenues. They will also make over $936,000 in improvements, which will include 2 lighted synthetic fields by 2025. With those improvements, you can't play in the county. Inter Miami may be able to still work out some sort of a deal for the academy to use some of the fields at Central Broward Regional Park. Other option is to look for more space, some new group of fields somewhere in the area. Another big name player is rumored to be headed to Miami. Argentine media outlet Telam, if I'm saying that right, is reporting that Inter Miami has made an offer to Inter Milan forward Mauro Icardi. At the age of 26, Icardi would be a great player in MLS, but he comes with an outspoken wife who made controversial comments on a show about the front office decisions. We don't need that kind of drama in Miami. We got enough drama in Miami when we're trying to launch this new team. Plus, I don't think Milan wants to deal with Miami while they are disputing over the word Inter. So we'll see what happens there. Boy, oh boy, man, there is a plethora of international soccer to watch this week. The U20 World Cup just wrapped up with Ukraine beating South Korea. Plus, we have the Women's World Cup, Copa America, and the Gold Cup. As a fan, this is great, but it's a crowded soccer watching calendar. I mean, I'm going to be on my couch all the time. I can't help but question if FIFA is giving the Women's World Cup the attention it deserves. When the Men's World Cup is played, all important soccer tournaments basically stop as the world watches the World Cup. But the women have to compete for headlines against Copa America and Gold Cup. When the U.S. women beat teams 13-0 and then again 3-0 against Chile, it's easy to grab headlines. But they can't do that every game. Or can they? I don't know. It would help the women's game if all soccer eyes were focused on their tournament. In South Florida, I expect more eyes will be on Copa America. At my daughter's ballet recital this weekend, I saw several dads, like myself, glued to their phones to watch the Colombia beat Argentina. Who saw that coming? Would those same dads do the same for the Women's World Cup? I know there's more money in the men's game, but it would be nice, maybe I'm just dreaming, but it would be nice if these tournaments didn't overlap. What are your thoughts? Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching, and we will see you next week.